I feel like the topic of skin barrier comes up so much in the skincare and dermatology space, but I feel like a lot of people don't fully understand what the skin barrier is or why it's so important. So, as a dermatologist who treats patients with skin barrier disorders on a daily basis, I thought I'd delve just a little bit more into it. So, this is a schematic of the epidermis, which is your outermost layer of skin. And at the tippy top of your epidermis, the thing that sits at the very surface of your skin is something called the stratum corneum. And when dermatologists and scientists are referring to the skin barrier, what we are typically referring to is not the entire epidermis, but this part just up here, that stratum corneum section. Now, this is a picture of real skin under the microscope, and everything that's purple here is the epidermis, but just this section up here is the stratum corneum. And what you can see is that it's made up of dead skin cells. So living skin cells have nuclei, these dark purple centers, and dead skin cells lack those. In addition to being comprised of dead skin cells, our stratum corneum, or our skin barrier, is also made up of antimicrobial peptides and this very complex matrix of lipids or fats that include things like cholesterol and free fatty acids and ceramides. And the main reason I wanted to show this is because when we talk about exfoliation and removing the dead skin cell layer, we're all talking about the stratum corneum, our skin barrier. And it is so important to realize that we are not trying to remove our entire stratum corneum when we exfoliate. We are not trying to remove our entire important skin barrier. And a functioning, healthy, intact skin barrier should not just keep bad stuff out, but also keep good stuff in. So when I'm talking bad stuff, I'm thinking like UV radiation, microbes like viruses and bacteria, irritants, allergens, pollution, all of that we don't want getting into the skin. And then when we're talking about keeping good stuff in, we're namely talking about water and preventing something called transepidermal water loss. Because if you have disruption in your skin barrier, which can be due to environmental stressors, or it can be due to innate genetics that you may have, or it may be due to a medication that you're applying or skincare that you're using, water leaves the skin and bad stuff enters the skin. And that combination leads to things like irritation, redness, flaking, and sensitivity. Ultimately, when it comes to skin health, so how the skin looks and also how it feels, we are prioritizing an intact, fully functioning skin barrier. So as a medical and a cosmetic dermatologist, my number one priority when it comes to optimizing the skin is ensuring proper skin barrier health. Once the skin barrier is working as we want it to, then we can move on to exfoliating treatments and beyond.